Welcome back to Melly Loves Death Metal. Happy Tuesday. 2 videos in a row. It's been a while since I've done that. I am officially off work. Today was a fucking doozy. Just after being off work for a week, getting caught up, corporate job. Cheers. I'm having a beer. It's just Modelo. Nothing crazy. No crazy craft brews or anything like that like Logan would show off, or I think Dennis usually drinks like 40s and stuff like that, which is funny, or like Jurgen's German beers. I've got a cerveza here. In terms of beer, people actually ask this quite a bit. Sometimes we get talking about it. The kinds of beers, like I do like craft beers, IPAs. I love IPAs, but they usually have to be a little bit more hazier and a little bit fruitier. I don't like the super like double IPA hoppy things. And I like simple beers too. So, but yeah, cheers. Happy Tuesday. There's not a common thing. I don't generally, I don't really drink a whole lot throughout the week, but today I fucking needed that. God damn, going back to work after being on vacation is tough. So anyway, yesterday's video I mentioned that I wanted to make a video on Dissonant Tapes, which is what this is all about today. I am showing off massive stacks of tapes today of just amazing death metal records that I've had in my collection for a while. So a lot of newer stuff that I bought within the last year that I don't think I've really shown off a whole lot on here, and that Andrew from Dissonant Tapes has put out as reissues, and just amazing gems. But there's a couple of older ones in here too that I pulled off, that I think I've shown in past videos, like way in the beginning of my channel, that are just some of my favorite reissues, or just releases that they have put out. So, Dissonant Tapes is a US label slash distro. A lot of death metal gem reissues, underground things that haven't been ever put on tape or haven't been pressed in a very long time. A lot of just phenomenal death metal, and then I would say the distro is simply amazing. This is definitely one of my favorite places to buy from, or just window shop, I like to say. I check it probably at least once a week, because he consistently gets a lot of stuff in. It's not just cassette tapes either, although that is the main product, the physical format. There's a lot. The distro is incredible. He also sells CDs and vinyl. I mean, he's got a vinyl distro here, and I think he's pressed a couple of here and there too. And the vinyl is funny enough, stuff that has sold out on labels and stuff like that he has in his distro is just sitting there. I don't think people really know that he has them. Funny enough, so like I was on the site today and looking just to see like how large the vinyl section has grown, and it's grown quite a bit since I've started shopping here. It's been about 4 or 5 years since I've started buying from Dissonant Tapes, maybe a little bit less than that. I don't know how long he's been around for. But I feel like his growth has just gotten larger ever since I started, and just like I said, the distro is phenomenal. But if you're looking for vinyl too, I would highly suggest going there and looking at it. I've seen some Corpse Crystal presses that are completely sold out on their website, but he has them in his distro, so hint hint, go check that out. He's even got like Stabbing. I'm pretty sure that's been sold out for a while. A bunch of awesome stuff. I mean, it's Sepsism, the Sepsism reissue from Hell's Headbangers is there. Like, yeah, like you gotta just go look. But again, mostly tapes, and the tapes are either Dissonant Tape releases that he has put out, or there's the distro, and the distro is awesome. And it's not just US labels that he distros, it's a bunch of European ones. It's used tapes that are just gems that you like, first pressing tapes of death metal. I've seen like first pressings like Cannibal Corpse tapes and stuff like that on here. I mean, that's just an example. There's been a lot more, but there's over 40 pages worth of tapes on the site, and he doesn't just have death metal. It's black metal, it's grindcore, it's slam, it's everything. I mean, there's even AC/DC tapes on here right now that I'm actually really tempted to get, because fun fact, I love AC/DC. And I don't have all of their stuff on cassette, which I would absolutely love. So yeah, I'm just scouring, looking at it right now. There's so much new stuff, and he posts on Instagram is where I follow him. I don't know if he's on Facebook. I've never actually like looked at that. Yeah, he is on Facebook. Never mind, he is, because he messaged me a while back on there. Anyway, posts very often on social media of the new stuff that he gets in stock, and every time he posts, I look at it, and every time I go look and see what else he gets in stock, and just that never-ending loop, that collector scum thing that you do. But just tons of stuff. So if you are ever looking for a tape and you're on Discogs and you see it for a stupid price, check Dissonant Tapes, because you never know. He might actually have them. He does have a Discogs too, where he sells his inventory on there. Definitely cheaper to get it off his website though. So the link will be in the description where you can get it. So today I have a lot of tapes to show you from my collection. Most of these are like new releases or things that, like I said, that I've gotten in within like the past year or so. I put a couple of older releases in here too, but I've shown, for the most part, I've shown off mostly all of these, but this will be a nice refresher. So that's good. So let's go ahead and get started. The first one is by far one of my favorite releases that he has put out. It is just, I need to pull up like the band stuff. I should have pulled up my notes and wrote out notes, but there's just so many tapes here, and I just don't want to. I don't want to like write it all up. Okay, I spelled it wrong. Oh, Putridity. There we go. Got it. Okay, so the first one is Abominable Putridity. I've shown this off several times. I've said that this is like one of my all-time favorite slamming brutal death metal albums. And this was reissued, I think it says on here somewhere, or was put out, I should say, on tape a couple of years ago. Is now since sold out. Pretty hard to find, I think. But this is the Anomalies of Artificial Origin. Anomalies, yeah. And this is their second full-length album from 2012. The band is out of Russia, so amazing Russian slamming brutal death metal band. I believe there is another pressing that Dissonant Tapes has on their website right now that I definitely want to get, because I do enjoy the album quite a bit, and that is Parasitic Metamorphosis Manifestation tape. So yeah, again, I love this album. It's so fucking good. And I need to get they got a couple of other releases that I still need to get. So pretty cool tape with the sticker of like the album artwork on there. And Dissonant Tapes presses really, really good quality tapes too. And then the J card is that really nice thick cardstock, cool images. And then here's the other side. So this is like one of my, I wouldn't say like grail tapes, but one of the tapes that I consider to be one of my favorites. I love this album, and I think the tape is just awesome looking, and was super stoked when I was able to get it. And there's the spine. So again, unfortunately, I think this is pretty much sold out, but the other, their latest album from 2021, a couple from several years ago, is available, so I gotta pick that up. I got a laundry list of things I need to get from them. So the next is just some reissues that have been pressed that I was super stoked. I'm getting the band name up, sorry. Again, I did not like want to write up notes or anything like that. Is Dripping. And I showed off one of these fairly recently because I just gotten this in, and then I just got this in like a week or two ago before I went on my trip. Dripping is like a brutal death metal. They've got slam elements, a little bit of experimental. Band out of New Jersey. They've been pretty like not active for a long time, and now they're back. They released a new single last year. So the band is back together, or for the most part. I don't know if it's like all the original members, but so they've so there's a couple of Dripping reissues here. So the first one is The Lost Archives of Channeling Expeditions Through the Cosmos. This is their first EP from 2001. I snagged this as soon as I was able to, and I believe Dissonant Tapes also pressed a vinyl version of this too. I believe that's still available. So good stuff. Red pro printed tape, and then a very basic J card here. So there you go. So this was a really cool release. I was super stoked to get this one. Just brutal, just amazing. I love this band. They're so good. Some great death metal gems here from the 2000s, which you don't usually hear a whole lot of people saying. And then the newest one that I've gotten in is their first ever full length from 2002, Disintegration of Thought Patterns During a Synthetic Mind Traveling Bliss. So yeah, this is the one of the latest pressings that's on the website, and this came in like about a week or two ago. So I finally snagged this. Got this like trans green tape, and then the J card is really nice. Lots of details on it. There you go. You see the band and the imagery, and then this side, which is just insane. This is, I believe, lyrics. Yeah, lyrics. So yeah, this is one of the newer ones. This is still available. So if you're looking for Dripping's first ever full length, amazing stuff here. Just incredible band. So these are, I believe these are both still available. So if you're looking for some Dripping on cassette tape, go and snag these. The next one is another one that I just got in that same package. I was super, when I saw that this was released, I was like, well, I've got to get that because I've always wanted it in my collection. Sorry, I'm pulling up again. I really should have just fucking wrote up some notes here, but instead I'm just going to the archives, as always. There's a million Disgorge on the archives. So give me a minute. Let me find the right one. I made the mistake of just typing in Disgorge and not realizing that like 15 of them is going to pop up here. Okay, this is just annoying. I really should have just... Here we go. Found it. Okay, so Disgorge, California, not the Mexico one. This is by far, I would say, one of my all-time favorite, like brutal death metal style albums out there. This is Parallels of Infinite Torture from 2005. I believe it was initially released on Unique Leader Records back when they were good. I'm going to piss off so many. But it looks like this one was under license from Cherry Red Records, so Cherry Red Records might actually be the first one to press it. Crash Music, I don't know. Dude, people have pressed this a lot. Let me just say that. But anyway, so this is the latest one that I just ordered. This was up for pre-order for a while there, and I believe it's still available. So go snag this if you're familiar. Like I said, this band is currently on hold. I don't think they're broken up, but they just haven't put anything out since this album. They've had 3 other albums before that. Cranial Impalement is the other one that I've been on the hunt for. But it's got that classic black pearl printed tape look, and then the J card here. There you go. Really nice. And then all of the vocals or lyrics on the other side, which are very tiny, and I am blind. But yeah, so this sounds phenomenal. I actually just listened to this morning because, like I said, I got this while I was on vacation, so I was happy to get this in. So yeah, Disgorge, Parallels of Infinite Torture. Amazing album. Super happy that I finally have this in my collection. Another new one that I got. This needs absolutely no introduction. And yes, Hell's Headbangers just reissued this as well. But I went the cassette tape route and got it from Dissonant Tapes. And this is Mortal Decay Forensic. I literally just got this and I'm blanking on which. It's like the second or third album. I can't remember. I love Mortal Decay, but admittedly I'm not like Jimmy from the Block. I don't know every single like minute, like to the detail of the band. This is their second full thing. I was right. Okay. I do have Sickening Erotic Fanaticism coming. Dissonant Tapes also put out that copy. I believe it was last year, and I completely failed on pre-ordering it from them and getting from them. They're sold out now, except I think there's a like a mini disc version, which is some stuff that he does, which I don't have a mini disc player. It's a cool collector's item, but I didn't feel like buying it. But I did see that Mortal Decay on their Big Cartel site had some of those Dissonant Tape reissues. So I snagged one from them, so that should be coming. So, but this is Forensic. This just recently got reissued. Dissonant Tapes has the tape, and then I believe Hells did the vinyl and the CD. Absolutely amazing, brutal, technical, brutal death metal band. Yeah, Mortal Decay. You guys know who they are. They're from Jersey. This really cool, like, frosty blue cassette tape. Look at that wheel, that tape wheel. It's big. I've been seeing this floating all over the vinyl community, showing off that Hell's Headbanger reissue and the shirts and all that stuff. And I think that the vinyl is also on Dissonant Tapes too, like he's distroed that from Hell's. So there you go. Awesome stuff. Immediately, need to get more Mortal Decay in my collection. I would like to get some of their demos and, pretty much, I like all their albums. So yeah, just absolutely one of the absolute best death metal bands in my opinion. I feel like they just don't get as much love. They do, obviously, for the underground people like who are massive fans of them, like Jimmy from the Block. He's a massive Mortal Decay fan. He's got a really cool video of like all of his old t-shirts and stuff like that. I nerded out like crazy on those videos. So awesome. And then it's got that like green Morocco case. So cool stuff. The other thing that I've snagged from there, and I have not gotten all of the pressings of this. He pressed a bunch of the Mythras albums. Mythras is actually a band that I have never really talked about on here. I don't know why, because it's really truly just out there experimental death metal and just phenomenal. They're from the UK. And I would love to do actually like a pretty good deep dive on this band because I do really love them. But this is On Strange Loops. This is admittedly my favorite album from 2016, but Dissonant Tapes pressed, I think, their other three too. So you can buy like a bundle for like $30 for all of them. I'm just going to grab them all. I love all their albums. But yeah, I got this one because this one was immediately my favorite one because it's the one that I first ever heard and what got me into them. And then a really cool sticker tape there. Just looks so cool. I'm a huge fan of the sticker tapes. I love those. And then the J card right there. So yeah, you guys know how I love that experimental death metal. That shit that's just out there. I love it. Mythras is just a phenomenal band. Very, very talented. So check them out if you're not familiar with them. Cool stuff. All right. That's stack. Put you over there. All right. The next one is this one I showed off in a recent video a couple weeks ago. Just got this into. This was on pre-order. So this is one of their newer reissues. Sorry, I'm pulling up all the stuff again. Didn't put notes together. Rotting Crushed, their first ever full-length from 1998. Fucking amazing brutal death metal album. I consider this to be like mandatory in the collection if you're a brutal death metal fan. One of my all-time favorites. So yeah, I got this on tape. And I also think Hell's Headbangers recently just reissued this too. Tempting to get the vinyl version of it maybe someday, but right now I've mentioned I'm slowing down on buying the records, but yeah, so some stuff. Fluorescent green tape, and then the J card. I love this album. I'm probably gonna go put this back on. One of my newer favorite tapes right now, that and the Mortal Decay. I was super pumped to get this, so yeah. I believe this is still available. I don't think this is sold out yet. So if you're looking for this on tape, and like I said, I'm pretty sure Hell's also just reissued that as well. Another new one that I showed off. Another phenomenal one, Impaled, which is funny because Justin Horrible, as you guys know, was just on Nate Garrett's podcast, Big Riff Energy. So that whole drama that I talked about yesterday, they're fine. Go watch it. It's awesome. You get a little bit more context into the video and what happened with them, and they go back and forth. But Justin was wearing an Impaled shirt. They actually, Hell's Headbangers also just did this recent reissue, but this is the Dead Shell. Dead Remain, their first full length 2000. Death Grind, just fucking phenomenal. Like I said, I showed this off in a video not that long ago. Because it's a recent reissue pressing that Dissonant Tapes just put out, and the J card on this is fucking insane. Like, that's a lot of panels. But there you go. Mandatory, another one of those mandatory ones. Lyrics and some more. Yeah. So, I will link all these things. I mean, obviously I'll just link Dissonant Tapes, but I'll try to find some direct links to some of these things that are still available as well. Some of the stuff I'm showing you is actually out of print, like that Abominable Putridity. But yeah. Next is Evoken. He did a bunch of Evoken reissues about 2 years ago now. They're still available. I think I'm missing one, but I've gotten 3 of them. Evoken needs no introduction. I don't need to even talk about them, but here's Atramors or Atramors. And I believe Profound Lore actually just reissued this on vinyl last year too. So, and I don't think it's sold out, shockingly. This admittedly is like one of my favorite of their albums, which I think a lot of people say that. So again, it's not just brutal death metal, it's not just death metal. We've got the funeral death metal here, funeral death doom. So yeah, I was super pumped to see this. I think when these were first issued, did they come in like a box set? Or actually, that still might be available. I'm pretty sure I'm missing like one. I can't remember now. The other one, I got the ones that I know that I'm like super a fan of and I actually wanted. Antithesis of Light. I think I showed this one recently too, where I talked about, was it in the ABCs of death metal or something that I did? I don't remember. So here's the J card. Again, these are still available. So if you want some Evoken on tape, go for it. Though, yes, the tape wheel is huge. But I will say I almost prefer listening to a band like this on CD or tape because it's less getting up and flipping the record or anything like that. So generally I do make those decisions when I'm buying something. If a vinyl is like 4 LPs, or even sometimes 2, I'm just kind of like, maybe I'll just get it on CD or tape. And then the next one is Embrace the Emptiness. So yeah, again, I don't need to talk about Evoken. You guys know who Evoken are. Legendaries. Also, I know this music is not for everybody, so I tried to like mix it up and show a little bit of mix, not just so much brutal death metal, slam, or anything like that, because he puts out a lot of stuff, and he's put out a lot of stuff over the years that I have, and I've shown off, like Time Ghoul is one. There's just been a couple, I have a bunch back there, but I didn't pull them all off because this video would be like over an hour long. I've been buying from a couple years. I also search stuff on Discogs too. If things go out of print, which they often do from Dissonant Tapes because, you know, they're limited runs, etc., etc. People really want them on cassettes. Then I'll go on Discogs, and if I'm able to find a distro or a label that buys from them and they're actually like retail price, I'll get them. But sometimes people sell these pressings for stupid prices, and I wouldn't suggest paying that because I know you can eventually find them. There's also esoteric reissues and pressings that he's put out that I want to get, and then a couple of Vader ones. This one is probably one of, I'm trying to think, is this one of the first ones that I ever bought? Maybe. Anyway, this doesn't need an introduction. Crystal Age, Far Beyond Divine Horizons. I feel like, because like the catalog number is 46 and 71. Hold on, where's that Impaled? That was like the newest one. Yeah, I think we're like almost up to 100 now. So this is, you know, I can't remember. I don't think this was one of the first ones I bought. I'm pretty sure it was like Time Ghoul and Demilich. But anyway, Crystal Age, like, do I even need to talk about this? So yeah, this is an awesome tape. It looks just so good. I love the like yellow, what do you call that? Like gears or whatever the hell it is. So pretty cool. I don't think I've ever shown this off, but I've had this for a while. This came out back in April of 2002. It's been out for a while, but anyway. It's been in everybody's distro too. Like you can find this. I'm pretty sure Hell's has it. I've seen it everywhere. So, yeah. And then the other side is the incredibly hard to read lyrics, but awesome layout. Like just the layout and everything on here is so awesome. So yeah, I love this tape. One of my other favorite tapes that I've gotten from them. And then finally, the last 2 that I wanted to show are probably my 2 favorites. Probably some of the ones, at least this one has been reissued a lot, and there's another reissue of this where it's like the all over print tape of this. Man, it's tempting. I really kind of want to. I kind of want to buy like every single time he reissues Demilich. I kind of want to get it. So he's done like the alternate cover versions and stuff like that. Oh, this is actually just a clear tape pressing. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah, there's a copy of this still available. This one is the red trans. So yeah, we know this album. We know that this is one of my all-time favorite death metal albums. I've owned this copy of tape a lot. I've had several different versions of this, but I kept this one because red's my favorite one. And yeah, god damn, I love this album. So as you can see, I was listening to it fairly recently. Amazing stuff. So if you're looking for this, there is a copy available right now, but it's gotten reissued several times. It's sold out several times, and some of the variants are really stupidly priced on Discogs. Like I'm talking like 30, 40, 50, 60. I've seen it even for $100. It's just so stupid. So really, really, really nice reissue though. So, and like I said, the alternate album covers and all that stuff have been done. All these different tape color variants and everything too. So I believe this is probably like what kind of put them on their radar for me, because I was looking for this on cassette tape. So that one, and then of course the Vanishing Sessions I've shown off on here before in the past of Demilich. I don't know if this one is still available. Let me check. I don't think this one's still available. I think this one actually be sold out. But you can definitely find a copy of this. Again, it's out there. People have it. You just got to look. But yeah. And then the J card here. There you go. And I think you can tell who the artist is there. For this, we've got the artwork is done by Gruesome Graphics. I don't know if you're familiar with Gruesome Graphics, but he's got a very distinct art style. Since this is black and white, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Mark Riddick, just a little bit. But yeah, Gruesome Graphics did the artwork for that. And then Andrew, it looks like Andrew does a lot of the layouts for Dissonant Tapes too, which is very common. Like I know that Ryan from Gurgling Gore does layouts for his releases, and I know that Ben from Iron Fortress does and stuff like that too. So just phenomenal reissues. All these tapes are just so awesome, and just some of my all-time favorite tapes in my collection. Like I said, just one of my all-time favorite places to buy from. Reasonable prices, shipping is fast, packs it really well. I actually have the box here from my latest shipment. Always has the packing peanuts and like just always shipped really well. Here's a flyer. There is Mortal Decay CDs available too from Dissonant Tapes that they've reissued. And then these are the ones that I'm going to be getting probably in a couple weeks if they're still available, hopefully. He reissued the Edge of Sanity reissues that were officially licensed that for this. And then, Century Media put out the vinyls and the CDs. So this is definitely what I'm getting. Those all over printed tapes. So, and then a nice Dissonant Tapes sticker. I gotta find a place for these things. So yeah, he packages things really well too. I like these little boxes. I don't really sell cassettes a whole lot. If I have some duplicates, I will sell them. But for the most part, I keep my cassette collection because it's funny enough. I like it better than my vinyl collection. I cherish it a little bit more. I know I'm the exact opposite of the VCLT and the YouTube community, but that's just me. So yeah, I like the way he packages. Anyway, Dissonant Tapes is awesome. Buy from them. I'll link everything in the description where you can find it. Like I said, he does have a Discogs too, but definitely just go to the website. Tons of stuff available. So much stuff. I really like his website too. It's just really simple and clean. He's got either Dissonant Tape releases, cassette tapes, where you can just view all of them together, and then shirts and stuff like that. It's just broken up nice. The shirts that he has on here, he has the dripping one that I just showed you. Actually, that's a sweet ass shirt. I might get that. So Andrew, if you're watching this, I'm going to be doing a pretty large order coming up soon of tapes and a couple of shirts and maybe a vinyl or two, because I noticed that you have some of the Hell's reissues that complement some of these tapes I've shown off. So it's coming. I gotta wait. I'm keeping up, trying to get back on track from my trip. We spent quite a bit of money, as you do when you vacation. So buying things, I'm kind of stalling a little bit here. But yeah, I absolutely love this place. Go buy from them. Links will be in the description. That's all I have today. I will see you guys in the next one.